Damn, we're an hour late. Not even close.
Yeah, see, we're an hour late because we start talking. And
Yo,
one of the things that I think makes our podcast is pretty good. Of course, I'm biased because I'm 50% of it. But like, I think one of the things that is a strength is that we have good conversation together. And I dare I say, a majority of it happens offline.
Nah, I think we do good dialogue, and I think we present the stuff pretty well. But I think the only part that we need to add probably onto our podcast is making it a little bit more entertaining. Because I think especially when it comes to podcasts, I mean, it is difficult because like it's a podcast, but like I don't know how you can add more of an entertaining factor to it, but because it's difficult.
Do you need me to stir up more shit on Twitter? I can do that. I can do that.
I don't know.
I'll find someone. I want to find sort of the most innocent tweet. Memes of Runeterra. What if I continued to post daily memes even after the roadmap? I'll be like, kind of cringe, seeking attention, aren't you, bud? I don't know. I can start Twitter beef with random people.
I mean, I don't know if you saw everybody after Soju's tweet longer, but I mean, everybody was just getting a good laugh, honestly. When he posted that. Did you see that?
Yeah. So I guess this could be your first like mini topic of where they're like, man, Riot just supporting North so much to the detriment of TFT feels bad, man. And we're over here like, we don't even know what's happening in our own scene.
Right? We're like, support? Question mark?
Yeah, like roadmap? Hello? Speaking of roadmap, why don't we have that be the first main topic? Is that all right with you?
We can go roadmap into talking about some Twitter stuff and then other like stuff. Like we were going to talk about yesterday's tournament. We could talk about thoughts on the new patch. Well, not the new patch, but the new expansion. And then, I mean, anything else that flows after that. Those are like 4 topics right there. All right. Give me 1 second. Let me wipe my eye because there was something in my freaking eye. Okay. All right. I'll tell you when I'm gonna start. I'm telling you when I'm starting. I'll still do it.
I thought you already started.
No,
I thought you already started. I was trying to be my entertaining self.
No.
Which apparently isn't good enough for you. I'm gonna start Twitter beef with you. Wow, at We the Peoples thinks I'm not entertaining. Wow, shame, public shame.
Wow, I'm just gonna be like, you know what? You're probably right.
I'm like, no, we're supposed to hate each other now. I think you misunderstand the point of Twitter, quote, beef.
I'm sorry. It's just so hard for me to really, like, equate Twitter to beef. Like, it's hard. I'm sorry. I'm from New York, bro. It's hard. Like, for real. For me to really think that somebody hates me on that level, like, they're gonna have to see me in the game. Like, for real. Like, it's hard for me to really equate Twitter to beef. It really is, because I took it as a joke.
All right, so have you hit record yet?
3, 2, 1. Yo, Doey, what you trying to talk about today?
All right, so kind of tier 1 on my priority list is like the roadmap should be coming out tomorrow. Mm-hmm. Kind of unfortunate timing for us as a podcast that records once a week.
I know.
But we could talk about what we hope to see. And I would also like to talk about the kind of paid versus unpaid tournament discussion that's been all over Runeterra Discords and Twitter. How about you? What are you thinking today?
Today, pretty much, for anybody that doesn't know, right? The Mystic Shop podcast, we talk so much off camera.
We honestly do.
Like, we talk so much off camera, and sometimes I wish we could record some of the stuff But I mean, like, you know, we don't want to get in trouble, right? It's a little censored. It's a little censored, all right? So we can't record that for you guys. But moral of the story for today, I did want to talk about our results from the tournament yesterday, because that tournament was A1. And then also thoughts on the new expansion as well. We can talk about that as well. But we can start with your first point, which is the roadmap. First of all, shout outs to Shotox, right? Because, without Shout, I don't know if we would have a roadmap coming out tomorrow.
Okay.
I don't know if we have a roadmap for tomorrow. If Shotox didn't, like, hound Riot and was like...
No. This is the Minion OTK meme ran back. Whoever didn't actually vote for Shotox for the best Twitter Esri is trolling. Because he's pulled it out twice now, right? He's trolled the entire community. The whole, like, Shotox has the roadmap thing, 100% fake. That can't possibly be true. And to be fair, actually, I don't think it was even him that started it. Someone just made a meme about Shotox having the roadmap, like, at him, and then he'll give it to you. Yeah. And it took off because people are dumb.
I mean, it's a good meme. I'm not gonna lie.
It's a great meme. And you know what? Maybe it did influence Riot in terms of, like, people really want this, so we should probably give it to them.
Yeah.
So maybe it did, but who knows?
And then also on their on the Legends of Runeterra official account, they also started making, like, I think they made, like, a GIF of when the roadmap was actually dropping. So, like, it was just, like, weird timing, right?
As of recording, it's tomorrow.
Yes, it's supposed to be tomorrow. When the roadmap is supposed to drop. So, what are some of your, like, needs and wants on this roadmap?
Yeah, so I'm prepared to be disappointed, and what a shitty thing. Am I allowed to curse on this podcast? I don't even know.
Of course.
Okay, what a bad thing to say. I should say, as a podcaster, because I am very much so driven by the competitive side of Legends of Runeterra. I don't think this roadmap is going to be a competitive roadmap. And the whole kind of roadmap almost, I don't want to say term because I think even Riot's used that before, but the whole, like, roadmap discussion, I think came from the competitive community, especially from the people over at Mastering Runeterra, yearning for it, because, I mean, for many of them, or for at least a few of them, it's their job and they want to know what the future holds for it. And I think they kind of started the greater discourse behind the competitive side of it. I don't expect to see too much detail supporting competitive play tomorrow. I think it's going to be a lot of when the expansion is going to be, expansions are going to look like, and maybe some events, maybe a void event, maybe, who knows, other events that they might host. Mm-hmm. If that's what we could get 3 of the best events Legends. We could get very exciting and well-balanced expansions on this roadmap. We could get an expansion to Path of Champions, and they could do all these wonderful things, and I would still be disappointed, personally. Because the only thing I care about is how they're going to support competitive players. That's it. Yep. They could say, we're not printing another card, ever. And I would still play this game, because I love the gameplay. But if they're like, yeah, there's going to be no more seasonal tournaments, I would probably quit tomorrow.
Wow.
Like, that's, like, how much it matters to me.
No, I definitely feel you on that. I mean, some wants, for me personally, that I would like to see on the roadmap is probably basically links to when the new expansions are coming out, right? Because we haven't gotten that yet, right? And then also them talking about when our next seasonal tournament is going to be. because again, that's something that we don't have any outlines of. And then third and last, but certainly not least, is if there's gonna be Worlds this year, because we have no idea, right?
That's the big one. So I'm inclined to believe, dare I even say predict, that we're going to have seasonals look nearly exactly like it looks now. I think it's been working well in terms of sheer dollar amount spent. It's not that much for Riot, especially now that they've merged Asia and Southeast Asia, right?
Mm-hmm.
That just cuts their seasonal tournament budget by like 1/4 or something like that, which is great. And speaking of the seasonal tournament, on the tournament tab in game, it indicates that there should be a tournament that starts in 51 days. So unless they are going to take that away, which would be like a nightmare for them, I think seasonals is going to stay, but Worlds is a big one for me. I want seasonals, I want Worlds. If they keep it at that, I'll be happy.
Yep.
Right?
Same.
If they take stuff away,
That would...
I will give up one seasonal. You could take away one seasonal, keep everything else the same. I'll be like, you know what? That's fine. It's okay. I'll keep playing. Obviously, still make the podcast, host a tournament every Tuesday.
Yep.
I'd be fine. I'd be happy. I think the seasons are a little bit short to begin with, so if you trim them, or I guess lengthen them each a little bit, that's fine. I get it.
Mm-hmm.
But ideally, if we're in the perfect donut world where I could like go to sleep and just wish something into existence, I want a pro circuit. I want the top 150 or 200 or so players to be invited to special, like, exclusive events that's hosted by Riot Games at least once a month, if not once every 2 weeks, to kind of develop something akin to a pro scene. I don't even think Dreamland Donut will believe in anyone living full time off of Runeterra outside of content creation. I think a few people do obviously, work full time on content creation. I don't think anyone's going to be living full time off being a competitive player. That's not even in Dreamland Donut's goals. But I do want a little bit more from the competitive side. I would love if we keep seasonals, we keep Worlds, and add some pro division that gets streamed by like Riot on their Play Runeterra Twitter. I think that'd be perfect for me.
Yeah,
that's what I go to bed dreaming about.
No, I could definitely maybe not quite a pro scene, but I could definitely see Riot maybe supporting some kind of like maybe aspect of top like 100 or 50 or like 100 or maybe 150 or maybe 200, whatever amount, kind of like pro circuit, maybe like you said, but maybe not every like week, maybe like every month, maybe possibly. But I mean, first of all, let me get into some wants, right? Because I mean, those were the needs, right? I think we kind of need to hear seasonals. We kind of need to hear if Worlds is coming or not. Either or. Like, they need to tell us, like, is it coming or is it not coming? And then last but certainly not least, they need to be able to at least elaborate with us when the next expansions are coming out, right? Or if there are more expansions. Like, we kind of need to know that. But wants, for me personally, I mean, you kind of alluded to it, but I think I would like for them to support a lot more of the tournament scene that's around like Legends of Runeterra. Personally, I'm not saying that they're not supporting it at all, but I would say that I would wish that they could like maybe like if they would have some kind of like person or some kind of like program that maybe some grassroots tournaments could like maybe talk to, so that we could get I'm not asking for like sponsorships, but like maybe if they could throw us maybe like, I don't know, some coins so that we could give people, that would be like amazing. So like it would make people like, say for instance, like we were talking about this off air, like if we could make fourth place maybe get like coins or something like that, or maybe like fifth to eighth could get like coins. Like that would be dope. I would love to throw coins. Like I would throw coins at everybody, bro.
Yeah,
like
right?
I would be like Oprah up in here. You get a coin. Here, take 200 coins, bro. Here, you enter my tournament. Take 100 coins, bro. Like I would love to do that, but like I don't have the power. I'm sorry, guys.
Yeah. So this kind of segues into my next topic, which is paid versus unpaid entry or free to play tournaments. So, if I'm way too invested in the LOR scene, right? So I'm gonna assume most people are as invested as me. There's been a lot of discourse recently, though, about whether or not tournaments for Legends of Runeterra should remain free to play or pay to play. This spurred by Master Runeterra offering daily pay to play tournaments, which is great. The more the merrier. If people decide they want to spend their money doing that, feel free.
Yep.
But there was some discourse about whether or not A, they should, B, if it's good for the scene, or C, if people are going to end up signing up. And I think the last kind of word I heard was from maybe Next Time, who the TLDR of his tweet was that pay-to-play tournaments should probably be the standard. It adds a lot of incentives for both the players trying to do their best, the organizers to like donate or feel like they're not donating their time. Maybe they could take a slim cut of it. Yep. Also, this has been like the standard for like the last 30 years with Magic the Gathering. Like, come on.
Yep.
But a kind of counter argument to that is that oftentimes when you're entering pay-to-play tournaments for in real life games, Magic the Gathering, Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, sometimes when you enter the tournaments, like you get a pack or two alongside your entry fee.
Yep.
And in Runeterra, we obviously don't get that. But if like, hey, this is a $5 tournament you can enter, and if you enter it, you get 200 Riot coins.
Yeah, like
hello?
Yeah.
I would do that.
Yeah.
That would be sick. And then all of a sudden people are going to be paying money for the tournament, which is great. It supports the prize pool, supports competitiveness, supports the scene growing. And they feel like even if they don't win, they get something out of it. I think that has to be ideal. So that's kind of like the boat I'm now in. Of course, we are biased because we've spent like the last, 4 or 5 months or so just giving money to Runeterra players.
I ain't mad. I don't mind investing into the South American scene.
True. Actually, that's something for us to look into. When the last non-Brazilian won a tournament,
honestly, it was just Cephalopod.
No, it's Roji.
Oh yeah, Roji. Yo, I remember when he won. Yo, I was so hyped when he won our tournament. I was hyped.
Yeah, so it's Roji, and then before him, I think Cephalopod was the last non-Brazilian. Like I've said before, the Brazilian scene is absolutely crushing it.
Yep.
But having pay to enter tournaments when you can guarantee like at least to get a few Riot coins for participating, I think that's
dope.
That's great. So that would be like, maybe that's in doing a Dreamland tonight too, but I doubt that would be coming. I don't know.
I mean, if they could even like, okay, maybe 200 is a little much, right? But if they could throw us maybe like 100 to 50 coins for each person, like, bro, come on.
100, I think is good.
Like,
100 is good
because I think 200 could buy you something, right? So give us like 100. Give us 100 to throw to everybody that enters the tournament. Like, that's not gonna hurt them.
Yeah, an emote is 190.
Yeah.
A card back is 490. Yeah. So
it's not gonna hurt them.
I mean,
because then you still have to buy. You still have to like at least buy another $5 to even get anything in the shop.
Or they play every week, and who knows? But I mean, like, how bad could it be, right? I don't know. I don't think it's something that they're likely to do. I would love it. I think I might be willing to trade worlds for that.
Really?
If I'm going to be...
You would trade worlds for that?
I might. Keep seasonals. I might trade worlds for just a tiny bit of support to people like us, to people like Master Runeterra, to people like OS.
Optimal. Yeah. for sure.
Runeterra Life, absolutely. Sorry, I didn't name them, but they're obviously deserving. Runeterra Life, continued engagement in charity events. I know Max got the tracks at a charity event.
Yeah, Max got the tracks putting in the charity work, yo. I was seeing that.
I think Runeterra Life actually has a charity event coming up this weekend. Be sure to check that out too. All the Runeterra creators are great. Check them out, please. I'm sorry if I didn't name you. I'm sorry. I truly am. But like, if they could like do something like that, I think I'd be willing to trade worlds for that.
Yeah, no, I could feel you on that for sure. I think even if it's just the littlest, like you said, even if it's just the littlest amount of support, it would definitely help, because I feel like that's what's really, like, if people want to ask us what's kind of like holding back Runeterra right now, it's because there isn't enough incentives for people to just like want to pick up the game, in my personal opinion. Like, and I was talking to this to one of my friends that's like on and off playing Runeterra, and he was saying like he doesn't really see that many ads for Runeterra, and I was like, I didn't even think about that. Like,
they don't.
There's not many ads for Runeterra, so it's like it's kind of hard to really tell people like, oh, there's this card game that I'm playing. They're like, what card game?
Like, they don't even know what Runeterra is.
So like,
trust me, I talk about Runeterra. Look, I'm the kind of guy who spends money for the opportunity to host it. Okay? That you are too. Of course.
Yeah.
But so like, obviously Runeterra is kind of very important to us.
Yep. 100%.
On a very like deep level, right? We're the kind of people who seek out the opportunity to kind of do that.
Yeah. Last 6 months.
It of course comes up in conversation. Like, I force people to listen to me to talk about Runeterra because I love it, and I'm going to share it with other people. Yeah. And people, every time, not once, probably to like at least 50 people, not once have I been like, oh, is that the game made by Riot Games? It's based off League of Legends? It's like, no one's even heard of it.
Wow.
No one's even heard of it. And then I'll be like, oh yeah, it's made by the people who make League. Oh yeah, I've heard.
Oh yeah, exactly.
And then I'm just like, oh man, I feel like the game of Runeterra is so good. And for everyone, if you're competitive, if you're casual, I think it's just so great. I just wish that like other people could see it. I don't know how to do that. I don't know how Riot can do it. I'm sure they're trying the best they can, obviously. But like, I would love to like get some extra breath into the scene.
Yeah. No, for sure. I mean, I think we try our hardest, and I think we've been, especially over the last 6 months when we've been creating, we have literally, before our eyes, right? We have literally created a whole tournament scene. Like, we birthed a whole tournament scene. And it's crazy to even think about. Like, because we just started this as just something we were doing fun together, honestly. We were just like, all right, yo, we're just gonna 30 people. All right, cool. 30 people. Cool. And now we're literally 64 people, 11 people on wait list. Like, bro, I didn't expect this to blow up. Like, I'm just having fun. Like, honestly, I enjoy this. So, I think, I mean, and again, I don't say this to come at Riot, because I know, like you said earlier, they're doing their best, honestly. But I think that they need to be privy to like that we're actually here, because I feel like some people literally just they didn't know there were other tournaments, honestly.
Yeah, and like I think I might have said this one maybe next time it's on too. I think, and I'm biased of course, but I think that Legends of Runeterra is inherently a competitive game. That's designed to be competitive, designed to make sure that the best player is going to win the vast majority.
Yep.
I think they're very successful in that.
100%. Honestly.
And I think they need to show people that side of Legends of Runeterra. That there's this kind of like this beauty, this artwork, if you will, behind being good at the game. And it's something that like is worthwhile in learning and investing, because it's such a cool way that you can be good at the game. And I really want that to be pushed, right? I know Path of Champions, Riot told us not too long ago, is the most played mode in Runeterra. And to me, that's tragic. Like, it's fun, right? But there's such this beautiful competitive side to it that I wish like we could show to more people.
Yeah.
And have them understand. Because, I mean, obviously, like I said, I'm the kind of guy who makes a pod or goes on a podcast and helps host the tournament every week. So, of course, I'm obviously biased, and I think it's great. But, like, I think it's so good, and I just want to share it with
Yeah. No, I agree with that. Do you... Oh, I'm sorry. I don't mean... I mean, because the topics are kind of together. I'm not going to lie. But, No, that's okay. But, when it comes to the roadmap, and this was another thing that I was thinking, do you think that they would add... And I kind of, I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of gonna steal this from Skarzigs. Do you think that they're gonna add a best of 3 format? Do you think that? No. Do you think that they're ever gonna add it into the game?
Do I think they will? No. Do I think ranked should be best of 3? Absolutely.
Yeah.
So like there are 2 different questions I'm trying to answer at the time. Do I think they will? No, I don't think they. Do I think they should? Yes, I think they should. For the same reason I just said, that there's this wonderful beauty to competitive Runeterra that more people need to see. I think best of 3 is how you see it. I don't think they will because of the people who say, I only play Runeterra on a poop break at work.
Yeah.
And I think you're going to listen to them instead.
Yeah.
And it kind of like breaks my heart. I'm sounding over dramatic, but I must have spent between watching, creating, or just playing Legend of Runeterra content, playing, watching, or creating, probably 2,000 hours in the last year and a half or so for me.
Wow.
Like, that's a lot. Yeah, that's a lot of time.
That's a life commitment right there.
Right. Like it's like my family. And then like Runeterra, and then my job, like, and then like everything else.
I feel you.
And so like, of course, I'm biased, and I want that. I would love if Legend of Runeterra was as popular as League of Legends. I don't know how over the moon I would be. Like, I couldn't imagine if that's actually interesting. Like trying to think what my like life would be like if Runeterra was as popular as.
It would be crazy. Honestly, it would be.
I imagine I'll just wake up every day, just like. I'm so happy. For the audio only viewers, I'm just smiling and looking at it. But like, oh gosh, I'd be so happy. And I think best of 3 ladder is where it should go. I think it's Legend of Runeterra at its best. So push Legend of Runeterra in the direction that it's good at. And attract people to what it's good at instead of trying to like meet expectations and make a lesser product. I think get out of that. I think that's something that people do way too often is that they're just trying to like meet expectations instead of like say, what can we do with the beauty that we have? And best of 3, that's where it is.
Yep.
I'll die on that hill.
Yep. No, I agree. I think Runeterra is played at its best when we're literally in this like best of 3 format. And I feel like us as a community, I feel like we would really understand the game for what it really is if we could play in this environment all the time. Because the fact that we play in the environment only in like tournaments or like seasonals is just like, it's so difficult to really understand the game the way it's supposed to be played. Like, honestly. Because like, yeah. and I personally think that there's a lot of players that get held back by like, I can't ladder hard, or I can't ladder hard enough. So like they just get turned off because maybe and who knows, maybe they're a really good best of 3 player, but we would never know. We would never know.
Yeah, it's so tough. It kind of like brings me back to What Am I's stream title. Every time What Am I stream, I think his stream title is something similar to like, it's not about winning, it's about playing a beautiful game. Mm-hmm. And like that's how I see Runeterra too. I think there's like a beauty to playing Legend of Runeterra well. And I think that like more people would see it if they knew where to look and knew what it was like and what Legend of Runeterra is. So ultimately, I would love if the game kind of got pushed more in that direction, because that's where I think it excels. I think it's great at that.
Yep.
And I think people would respond to it positively. But not everyone is like me. People have different ideas, different opinions. So I mean, Riot's gonna do what's best for them.
Mm-hmm.
I'm expecting though tomorrow from the roadmap to kind of like, I guess, tie a bow on this, is that I'm expecting we're going to get some information about what expansions will look like now that every region is out. I'm expecting a tiny bit about we're going to continue to have seasonal tournaments. I think that's going to be the only commitment there. And the last expectation will be some vague reference to some sort of championship tournament without any specificity as to what that might be, which is going to be upsetting to people. So that's kind of what I'm expecting. Who knows? I'm going to be optimistic. I know as soon as it comes out, I'm going to be reading it, and I'll have thoughts. So I'll probably, what's tomorrow, Thursday?
Thursday, yeah.
Oh, I can't stream tomorrow. But I will be tweeting about the roadmap, I'm sure. I'm sure. Catch my shots there. I'm cautiously pessimistic, right? So I think it's gonna be bad, but I'm holding on to a little bit of hope. For me.
I feel that. Yeah, I think I'm kind of in the same boat. I'm just like, I'm kind of on a wait and see kind of thing. Because, like, you know how sometimes when we get the balance patch, it'll be like, all right, that got hit. All right, that got hit. All right, that got hit. Wait, that's it?
You mean like the last one?
Yeah. It's like, wait, all right, cool. All right, that got hit. Cool. It's like, wait, it's only 3 hits? Where the rest of the patch notes? So I'm just on a wait and see kind of thing right now.
Yeah. So speaking of the last patch notes, of course we're now like a week in to the new expansion.
Yeah.
Kenanari got nerfed. Pantheon, or I guess just Pantheon in general. The deck, not the card. The deck got nerfed with Wounded White Flame.
Mm-hmm.
Catching a nerf. So what are your thoughts so far on the new expansion?
I think actually no. I'll start like this. I think Yuumi isn't as good as people thought. I'll say that a lot of the new champions that came out, I think that it's gonna be hard for them to find homes. I think the only champion that kind of found like a home, was well, I mean, again, this is just my opinion, but I think the only champion that really found a home was like Galio, because like he kind of came with like a built package already. Anar is just completely broken, right? It just goes in everything. He just goes in everything. Like, just all right. Is it a Swain deck? All right, just throw just throw Nar in it. All right, I guess it's a Nar Galio deck. I mean, a Nar Swain deck now. So but I think Nar is gonna probably get toned down. But so once Nar gets toned down, I think Nar is kind of gonna be in the same boat where it's like, all right, well, I guess it's just this champion now. Yeah, I don't know where he's gonna go, but
yeah, I think Nar's gonna go down to a 3-3 pretty soon. That it has to happen. He just does so much.
Plus the Pokey Sticks is just it's way too much.
Yeah, so I think I agree with you. Nar's bust. He's too good. He's a Swiss Army knife that's as good as a steak knife and a screwdriver and whatever else is on a Swiss Army knife all on its own. Like it's just too good at everything.
Yeah.
So I think he'll be toned down a little bit. But other than that, I'm pretty happy with the expansion. I think it's fun. Banal City, yes, it's a good region. You should expect it to be good, but I think it's pretty solid. I'm happy with where.
You happy with all the cards? You don't see any degenerate combos?
Okay, so I put out a salty tweet about Papercraft Dragon and Ruin
The
Runner.
Rune Runner. Oh my god, it's disgusting.
That combo is so degenerate, but I'm not sure if the deck is good yet. I'm gonna say it's probably a just fine deck.
Yeah.
That when it pops off, it feels bad.
Yeah.
It feels so bad because you're like, wow, I actually just die to this 5-drop plus a 6-drop, and I can't do anything about it, and I'm dead.
I mean, I don't think there's a deck, right, that plays the combo plus something else to make it good yet. There's not a deck with that yet. I think the closest right now is Action Nar, but there's no cohesive deck together that makes it like a tier 1 deck, in my personal opinion, right now. Now, Luster Beam, please relax, all right? Don't make me eat my words, all right? Just relax. Because I saw him playing that deck yesterday on stream, and I was like, oh my god, this looks crazy.
I've heard positive comments from a lot of players about Paper Nario. That's what apparently we're calling it. Paper Nario.
Paper Nario. Wow. I like it.
A lot of people seem to be pretty high on it. It's a generally good deck. I'll be honest, I haven't played a single game of it. I've played against it many times. I think I'm probably 60% against it or better. So with that bias in mind, I don't think it's probably very good. I think it's way too linear and way too like predictable to be a consistent deck, in my opinion. As soon as I make Diamond, I'm Plat 1 now. As soon as I make Diamond, I'm going to test it out and see what I think about it. And my opinion might change for next week. But right now, I think it's just bait. I think it's not very good.
I mean, I'll tell you firsthand because I've played a few games of it. It's not that good. What's that? There's a 4-mana card that silences for Targon. I forgot what it is, but it completely just shuts down the whole combo because it goes through Spell Shield. So
the Blinded Mystic?
Yes, Blinded Mystic. Yep.
Yeah.
So that just shuts down the whole combo. And some Pantheon decks are still teching it in for the mirror match, so yeah. Doesn't go too good. You kind of lose Overwhelm. It goes through Spell Shield, and it also knocks off your Spell Shield. So yeah, it's pretty good.
Oh yeah, it does, because it hushes or it silences you.
Yep.
Yeah, interesting. I wonder if Paper Nario gets a high enough play, we're just gonna be playing a whole Blinded Mystic. Because it is such a good counter to it. Yeah,
it's an amazing counter to it. I was like, when it happened to me, like, first time, I was like, damn, that's good.
Yeah, so when they first premiered the double attack keyword, I was like, wow, double attack is busted. But it's only good if the unit has Overwhelm.
And it's a champion. It's only good if it's Overwhelm and it's a champion, because then the Blinding Mystic just completely negates it.
Yeah. But, like, even if a unit has... Like, you could silence a Ruin Runner with a Papercraft Dragon on it, and that Ruin Runner will still be, like, an 8/5 or something with double attack.
True. That is
but
true.
You could put a 1/1 Spider in front of that, and you're taking no damage.
Yeah, right? Exactly. That's the problem.
An 8, whatever I just said, 5 or whatever, double attack unit isn't going to win you the game.
It has to have at least another keyword. At least most likely Overwhelm. Ghost will also get the job done, but I don't think that deck has a way to give Ghost. So it's usually Overwhelm, but I said, there's a amazing way to take it off. So I don't know. I don't know if that deck makes it. I think the deck is tier 2, low tier 2 at best, if played really, really well. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know if that deck makes it.
I think if it becomes like a tier 1 deck, like let's say we're wrong, and next week we're like, wow, this is a tier 0 deck. I think it's gonna be a bad deck to bring to tournaments at the very least, and that's because I think in a tournament you can target it so easily. Like, you know what combo they're gonna hit. All right, save your Pokey Stick, save your Scorched Earth, and
just kill it.
pop the spell shield, kill the unit, right? Prepare for that from turn 1. If you're preparing for it for turn 1 in a deck that has answers to it, I think you could beat it very reliably. Like I said, I'll probably have more kind of info or thoughts about it next week. I will commit some time to learning the deck. But right now, initial thoughts, not that great. I think it's a bit of bait. You know what deck I don't think is bait?
Which deck? Is it the Demacia Fae deck?
The Demacia Fae deck. It's so good.
Oh,
Tristana, Nara, or Yumi, depending on where you want to go, and a 1 copy of Teemo. It's insane. It's so good. It beats everything. Especially if you can like hit a buster shot against something like Scouts, then it's just like great because they can't just do anything. I think it's a tier 0 deck right now, to the point where I think it should be nerfed ASAP.
Wow.
And I said that someone who's been playing it.
So what you think Lantern needs to go to 3-2?
I think Lantern needs to be keep it as a 3-2 and make the phase cost 1 less. And
wow. Double nerf?
Yeah.
Wow.
That'll be a huge design fail for Riot. A lot of the phase costs 2 mana specifically, I'm assuming, because of the Gleaming Lantern interaction. Like, oh, you get to play it for free. Cool. It's too good. You could go way too wide, way too fast. You combine the Gleaming Lantern with the Grandfather Fae, I think it's called. You also have like the Banal City Mare in that deck as well, which is still a good card. It's just too good. You could go way too wide, way too fast with big units for like no reason. Like, why do you get to go so wide with big units so easily? And then you get to rally and then play Yordle in arms. It's so powerful. I think we're going to see it hotfixed soon, or at least nerfed soon. I'm thinking maybe Yordle in arms is going to get hit. Only make it be a +3/+3 instead of +4/+4. And then we'll kind of go from there. But I think Gleaming Lantern, Yordle, just nuts. And I think if you're not playing that deck, you should probably be playing it and getting some free LP.
Wow, is that good?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And like one of the best cards, I just talked about your Gleaming Lantern. I think the third best card in the deck is Tristana.
Yeah, Tristana is actually underrated, right?
Yeah, so like hot take, if I said this like a month ago, I would have thought I was trolling. But Tristana in that deck is insane. It's so easy to level her up. And she just gives all of your stuff impact. So you could conceivably, like, dare I say, reliably have a 6-wide board. You have a Tristana that's at like a 12-4 and 5 other units with impact. Oh, and by the way, Tristana has like 6 impact. That's something that happens.
Nutty.
Oh, and you rally.
And I was about to say that. And you rally.
And you cast Yordle in arms. Hello?
Yeah, that's nuts. Yeah, that's nuts. That's nuts. If that combo happens, yeah, it's just GG. Cause like even if you block me, you're still taking damage, and then I get to rally, and then you can't reestablish the board, and I just swing in for game anyways. So yeah, that does sound disgusting. Not gonna hold you.
Yeah.
All right, so you heard it here first, guys. That's the deck to play. If you're trying to make it to Masters, play that deck.
Yeah, my full intention is to play that deck on Masters. I thought it was gonna be, but I think I'm gonna pivot from Swain to the kind of Fae Demacia, and that's something new pops up. And then, but I think I'm stuck on Fae Demacia. I love that deck. It's so good. It's so good. I love to play it.
Alright, you sent me a list before offline, but I'm gonna definitely give it a try. I got baited by freaking Mo's Yumi deck. That's not that good, but
yeah, I saw like some tweet from him, and I was like, wait, I don't think this is good. I haven't played his version or the version he was playing, so I can't really be a complete judge. And maybe it is good, But I definitely think Oneric, I think, is kind of the innovator here with the kind of Demacia, Your Own Arms stuff. Made it to rank 1 with it. I know maybe next time hit Masters with it, he replaced Yumi with Gnar. That's kind of the version I'm on as well. Seems solid, seems really good. Would recommend 10 out of 10.
Yeah. I mean, it sounds definitely good. Like we said earlier, Gnar, I mean, that deck is probably set to get like maybe like 3 nerfs, like just from what we just said. Like Gnar, Gleaming Lantern, Your Own Arms. Like the deck is literally set to get like 3 nerfs already.
I can see it,
and that's just off the top of our heads, and we're saying like maybe hotfix possibly. So like, yeah, you should definitely, if you're not playing that deck right now, you should definitely be hitting up that deck before it gets changed, because you're gonna be like, damn, I could have got some free LP, but now I can't. Now I'm stuck in plat with all these other guys playing their Gnar decks that I wish I could play. But all right. Is there anything else you wanted to add, Doey? I think we hit all the points for this week.
Real quick, we could talk about the paid versus unpaid tournaments.
Yeah, we could talk about that. I think we kind of hit it. We kind of hit on it a little bit. Yeah, we
might have.
We kind of hit on it a little bit. Remember when we talked about maybe next time and the posts?
I don't even know if that was online or not. Was that during this podcast? If
Yeah.
so, then we don't need to talk about it again.
Yeah.
See, you know the great thing about editing? You could take this whole conversation out.
True.
Right? So you could be like, hey, Doey, got anything else? No, I think I'm good. It's all set. I think we had a great podcast. I don't have anything else.
Yep. So that's gonna be it for this week. For everybody, for anybody that's on the stream, appreciate you for stopping by. We'll be streaming again on Mr. X Doey Nuts channel Tuesday. Actually, wait. Are we gonna be starting it next week, Doey? I didn't even.
Sure.
Okay.
Sure.
So, for anybody, I'm sorry. I'm trying to gather my thoughts. I'm trying to speak and think at the same time. For people watching, and then also for anybody that's going to listen to this, the tournament usually starts at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're actually going to change the time now from 8:30 to 7:30. So, first of all, so people can get a little bit more sleep, right? Because the tournaments have been ending at 1:30. And then also for the time change, because a lot of our players are from South America. So, I mean, like, yo, by the time 12:30 comes around, like, you actually do see a little bit of dip in, like, playability. I'm not even gonna lie. So, yeah. just for both those reasons, and then also obviously just to help out, just in general, the health of the tournament. We're gonna change the starting time for the tournament. So the tournament is gonna start now at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The podcast is still gonna be starting at 8:30. I'm sorry, guys. We were talking a little bit off stream.
Starting.
We were talking a little bit off stream, so we didn't start today at 8:30. But usually we're gonna start the podcast every single week 8:30. And yeah, that's all the announcements for this week.
All right.
Thank
you for having me on.
Yes, sir. So we're gonna see everybody next week. Different time, same place though.
There you go.
All right, guys. Peace out. All right. Appreciate that, Doey.
My pleasure.
Man. Yeah, I'm gonna edit that.
Take my whiff out of there. I can talked about it already.
Nah, you're good. We were talking about a whole bunch of stuff offline. Honestly, we were.
I know. I was just like, wait, did we talk about?
Yeah, we did. We touched on when maybe next time. We touched on his posts, and then we also talked about how people felt about paid, and then not paying free tournaments and such. We talked about it though. So But that was a good tournament. That was a good podcast episode, honestly. I think this is me personally. I think that was very entertaining, honestly.
I mean, I agree. Yeah. I think our podcast is pretty good.
I think it is too. I think we try our best every single week. And I think also from the tournament as well, I think the tournament casting is generally really, really good. I think it starts to drop off because you guys get tired. But like
Yeah.
generally the tournament casting is like amazing, honestly. So
well, I'm glad you like it.
yeah,
I'm glad.
I think it's really good. I think you definitely even when you go solo. And solo, by the way, solo is really hard to do, by the way. Going solo casting is really hard. So I give props to you because that is not easy. Solo casting is not easy. And the fact that you're able to
for 4.5 hours.
Exactly. And I was just about to say that. The fact that you're literally talking for like literally 4 hours going into 1 o'clock is just like, that's dedication right there, honestly. Dedication.
Well, I appreciate it. Obviously, you know, like I said a billion times throughout this podcast, like I love Runeterra, so like, getting to talk about it is great.
Yep.
It's actually like last night after it ended / this morning, like after I woke up, I was thinking about like, man, how I wish I could just do this as the only thing I did, like in terms of a career.
That would be dope, honestly. I mean, there's not too many casters right now for Runeterra. Like personally, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So like
you got like problem is that you have like Boulevard, J-Doza, Impetus Panda, and Skarslik. Plus Swim for NA, and then you have Fresh Lobster and Mega Mogwai. I always said Panda for EU. And then Amy the Amazonian for NA as well. So it's just like it's kind of congested a bit.
Yeah.
I mean, gosh, I wish it was feasible. It's just like do Runeterra stuff all day. I love the game and I love talking about it. I love watching it. Just unfortunately.
I mean, I don't know. You keep putting.
Seem like there's a full-time salary in there.
I mean, I don't know. You keep putting yourself out there, bro. You never know. You never know who could hit you.
I forgot about Casanova. Sorry, Casanova. Forgot about him. But anyway, I hate when I start naming names and then I